Hey Pisces, welcome to your reading for October 24th through the 30th. This is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You're going to see this video whenever you're meant to. You might see it after the date I mentioned. That's just fine. You're going to see it when you're meant to. Keep in mind this is a general reading for the collective. Therefore, not every single message is going to resonate. Take what does, leave what doesn't. Let's get right on into it. Pisces, I was giggling before I hit record because right as I was going in to do this reading for the Pisces collective, out of nowhere, this song popped up in my head that I have not heard this song. I have not thought about this song in years. But like late 90s, early 2000s, there was a song called Where Do You Go by a group called No Mercy. If some of you, if you're around my age, you might remember it was quite the hit. But I don't know, Pisces. Maybe some of you are about to skedaddle on a situation. I don't know. Or maybe somebody's lovesick for you. Maybe check out the love readings for November when I get those up in the next few days. I don't know, Pisces. I don't know why, but that was just so funny. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if you dined and ditched on a bill. And there's a waiter or a waitress somewhere. Where do you go? I don't know, Pisces, but for some reason that song came up in my head. If it resonates for you at all, or if you're a cross watcher and it resonates for you at all, do let me know. Although I'm not focusing on love and romance in this reading. It could come up. We'll see. But the first card coming up here for Pisces is the Magician. This could be Gemini or Virgo energy. You could be dealing with a Gemini or a Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. If you have Gemini or Virgo placements, there could be big changes and big shifts happening for you in those houses and those areas of your life. Typically, when this card comes up, you're manifesting. You're like on a fast track of manifesting, which is super significant considering the timing here, because on October 25th, there's a new moon. There's also a solar eclipse, a partial solar eclipse happening on October 25th. We're not going to see it everywhere in the world. Only select places will see the solar eclipse. But the solar eclipse and the new moon happening on October 25th, this is a real powerful time for change. This is a real powerful time for creation, for truth being revealed. The Magician could also be seeing through the illusions, right? So that solar eclipse energy may be hitting some of you Pisces really hard, where you're having a lot of epiphanies and you're putting together mentally all these little pieces of the puzzle, and you're all of a sudden realizing, hey, this situation's not what it seems, or this person hasn't been completely honest, or you may be piecing things together in your mind that are changing the way that you're looking at people or looking at a situation. Now, when the Magician comes up, you are on a fast track of manifesting usually. New moon is an excellent time for manifesting. You may be seeing repeating angel numbers, spirit animal messages, all reminding you to stay focused. Like, stay focused right now because you're creating. Stay focused right now because you're manifesting. And some of you have heard me very affectionately refer to the Magician as the dumpster fire card, because this is a card that was stalking me for a while, several years ago when I first got into tarot, and I would pull cards for myself. No matter what deck I used, no matter what deck I tried, I'd get the Magician, and it would make me so angry because I saw the Magician as like positive, as like good things happening. And at the time, my life was an absolute dumpster fire. So I was like, this isn't funny. So what I learned from that experience is you may be well, yeah, I mean, but you may be building from the ground up right now. It may seem as though there's not a whole lot going on for you, or you may be feeling like there's just absolutely nothing to be joyous about right now. But you're creating something that's going to be very joyous. You're creating something that's going to be very happy, at least in my personal experience with this Magician card. Okay, seeing through illusions, creating, manifesting. I do feel here that some of you, you're manifesting. I just heard 11th hour miracle. Like you might be in a situation where you're feeling really stuck. You might be in a situation where like you don't know what the solution is going to be, and then all of a sudden, aha, epiphany, a light bulb is going to go off in your head, and you're going to think to uh try that door, so to speak, reach out to that person, and all of a sudden you're like, "Oh my gosh, here's my solution." And I was just reminded, as I was saying that, of again personal experience. I was very moved to leave Los Angeles almost 2 years ago, a little over a year ago. And I didn't know where I was going to go, but I had this overwhelming feeling like I just got to get out of here. I didn't like the energy. It didn't feel right. I'm like, I need to go. I don't know where I'm going, but I need to go. So I just packed my car and I drove. I drove through a couple of states. I didn't know where I wanted to go or what I wanted to do. And then all of a sudden, a friend of mine popped up in my head who moved back to their hometown, and they've been telling me for the longest time, "Hey, come visit, come visit." And all of a sudden, I was like in a hotel at the time, and it was getting too expensive to stay in the hotel. Like I gotta figure out, like, look for a place. Where am I gonna find where do I want to look for a place? Like find an apartment or whatever. And my friend popped up in my mind, and I was like, I wonder how far that is from here. And I looked it up, and it was only 3 hours. And I texted her. I was like, hey, is it still cool if I come visit? She was like, oh my gosh, yes, absolutely. So I went out there. I went to visit, and the next thing I knew, I relocated. It just felt like the right place to be in that moment. I didn't know where I was going to go, but she popped up in my head, and I was like, hey, she kept telling me to come visit. And I'm glad, so some of you are going to have that kind of like God whisper, or that kind of like, hey, reach out to this person, or hey, try this thing, or hey, maybe this place is hiring, or whatever it might be. Like something's going to nudge you, and you're going to reach out, and you're going to go, oh my gosh, here it is. Like here's the next vine to grab onto as I'm swinging through this jungle of life, or like here's the next thing. So I feel for some of you, something may pop up in your head, and that very thing is going to be, okay, this is the door. This is the door that's going to open for me. The next card that's coming up for the Pisces collective is the Six of Swords. I just have to chuckle because it's all aligning here with what I was feeling intuitively. Six of Swords can be escaping drama, getting away from a negative situation, going somewhere where you can clear your head, like let yourself think. But the reason why I was laughing is the Six of Swords is exactly what I was talking about. Some of you have heard me say, I've seen this card come up when you go visit someplace. Like you go visit someplace and you just, I'm just going to go for a little bit. Maybe if I like it, maybe I'll settle down there. But I've seen it happen time and time again where like somebody goes and visits a place and things just align. They just fall into place. They line up, they click. And next thing you know, you're relocating. I actually pulled this card for myself when I left Los Angeles. I didn't know where I was going. But when I pulled the Six of Swords, I was like, well, I guess I'm not coming back. When I saw the Six of Swords, I go, all right, I guess I'm going to, settle down someplace. And sure enough, that happened. And I've seen that happen with friends that I've read for over the years. I shouldn't say friends, clients. I don't really read for like people in my circle or for family. Whole nother, I don't want to get off topic, but clients, people I've read for. But so basically here, with the Six of Swords, you're escaping a stressful situation. I do feel specifically, Pisces, a lot of you may feel like your nerves are just really frayed right now. Like you're just burnt out. You might be very sensitive to noise. You might be very sensitive to sound. And so I feel like you're manifesting a quiet place to be, somewhere where you can go where it's quiet, somewhere where you can go where you can hear yourself think, and you can process, and you can release, and you can create, and you can plan, and you can come up with strategy, and how you're moving forward. So I feel like you're manifesting some kind of a safe space For some of you, this could be a full-on relocation. Some of you, you may be going and staying with somebody. Some of you might just find a quiet place where you can get away to, or some scheduling or something might adjust to where you have some alone time if that's a rare thing for you, but some peace and quiet, some peace of mind, and specifically getting away from a stressful situation or dramatic energy, somebody that's drama or a situation that's drama. The next card that's coming up here for the Pisces collective is Strength. This could be Leo energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. If you have any Leo placements, there could be big changes and big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. But Leo aside, looking at this card energetically, the Strength card is a card of loyalty. It's a card of commitment. It's a card of someone who has your back here with this lion. But it's also a card that comes up as we're embracing our vulnerability. We're going out into the unknown. We're going out into uncharted territory. And we're going to see that not only are we going to succeed, but we're going to absolutely thrive. We're going to absolutely conquer. And we're going to find unexpected allies along the way. People who are going to have our back along the way. People who are going to stand up for us and defend us along the way. For some of you, you may be discovering in this eclipse energy, as truth is being revealed, it may be revealed to you that there are people who've been talking behind your back, or people who've been speaking negatively about things you've been doing or creating, like you thought that they were supportive, you thought that they liked what you were doing, you thought that they thought you were good at what you do or that you were talented or something, and then you're finding out that people are kind of like saying, oh, I just feel bad for Pisces, and I just try to encourage them, but it's awfully cringe, like something like this. And it might hurt you. It might really hurt you. But the beautiful thing about the Strength card is I feel at the same time, Pisces, like you're realizing, no, this person just doesn't see it. This person just doesn't get it. I am good. I do have good ideas. I am doing good things. I am intelligent. I am gifted. I am talented. I am onto something here. And so you may be disconnecting from these energies and recommitting to your goals, recommitting to your vision, recommitting to your dream. And as you're doing this, because you're committed within yourself, you're going to begin manifesting and calling people into your life who are equally committed. Like they see you. They look at Pisces and they see Pisces. They have faith in you. They're going to praise you. Not only to your face, but behind your back. So like a sense or a feeling of people who have your back, people who believe in you, people who are loyal, people who are committed. A lot of you may be breaking out of a cycle of just fake friends, drinking buddies, and then you realize, okay, they don't have my back. They don't have my back in difficult times. And so as you're disconnecting from these people, it's kind of like, it almost makes me think of the Five of Pentacles, which I sometimes refer to as the Wizard of Oz card. Like Dorothy is just kind of out there trying to find her way home, trying to figure out how to get home. And she finds this very unlikely group of characters that support her, that are there for her, that, is like soul family, soul tribe. So I feel here, Pisces, you're manifesting that kind of commitment and that kind of loyalty in your life. Okay? Someone who's going to defend you, someone who's going to fight for you, someone who's going to have your back, loyalty, commitment. And some of you are embracing these talents. Maybe loyalty, commitment, standing up for people. Maybe that wasn't something that was instilled in you in your life. And that may be one of the things that you're beginning to see and realize as you're ascending. And you're saying, you know what? Like, I would love it if people were loyal and committed to me. I would love it if people would stand up for me. And so I'm going to adapt adopt those qualities or characteristics. I'm going to be more that way, and I'm going to attract people who are that way into my life. I just feel like a lot of Pisces, you're breaking out of fickle energy. The next card that's coming up here for the Pisces collective is the Prince of Wands, or can sometimes be seen as, in some decks, the Page of Wands. This could be a youthful, playful fire sign person, or someone who has fire sign placement, sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Could be you, as I said. You might have a fire sign placement here, and you may be focusing on those houses or those areas of your life. The Prince of Wands or Page of Wands energetically for me can come. Oh, look how the lion is here. We got the lion twice. Definitely could be Leo energy, but could also be not playfulness, I'm sorry, loyalty, courage. You may be pulling on courage. I see lion, I think of courage. So you may be tapping into your courage right now. You may be pulling on your courage and embarking in a new direction, right? Magician is very new energy. Six of Swords, embarking in a new direction. The Strength card for me has like going out into the unknown. So you may be pulling on your courage to go on this journey, even though it might not be completely clear to you how it's going to end up or where it's going to go. And so I feel like you're tapping into your courage, Pisces. I think that's what's meant here by the Strength card and by this lion that's jumping out at me on this Page of Wands or Prince of Wands card. You're tapping into a courage you didn't know you had. Maybe you knew you were brave, but you're about to find out you're a lot braver than what you thought. And again, loyalty, commitment, kind of, manifesting as a result or being called into your life as a result. This could also be the Prince of Wands for me in a reading where your inner teenager is coming to the surface. So sometimes we do a lot of inner child work where we resolve childhood stuff. And maybe a lot of you have done that, but you're like, I'm still feeling weird. I'm still feeling broken. Well, guess what? Maybe you did your inner child work and you did a great job, but now it's the inner teenager stuff. So for some of you, inner teenagers coming to the surface. Hey, remember me, Pisces? Remember, inner teenager? I'm still here. I'm still inside. I still have things I want to say. I still have things I want to do. And so it may be manifesting, coming to the surface in a very playful way, in a very adventurous way. Those of you who are old enough to remember the song I referenced in the beginning of this reading might get accused of like having a midlife crisis or something. But I feel like there's a sense of adventure, there's a sense of drive that this is who I am, this is how I'm presenting myself to the world, this is what I like, this is what I'm going for. So very much, inspired, teenager kind of energy, right? Feeling like a teenager again. This could also be a muse. Some of you may be finding someone who is a muse or who is inspiring you, and you may be pulling on that energy. You may be connecting with that energy. You may be fostering a connection or relationship with this person to further explore this inspiration that you're receiving, whether it's creative inspiration or inspiring you to make changes in your life in whatever way it might be inspiring you. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks your moon sign or rising sign might resonate more than your sun sign. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you click on the link in the description of this video, it will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite, and you can schedule a private reading with me there. I also have a link in the description that will take you to the weekly forecast playlists, and you can check out all the different zodiac sign videos there for the weekly forecasts. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope you all have a fabulous week ahead. Please come back and check out the daily messages on the channel. But if not, hopefully you'll come back and check out next week's forecast. Take care and be well, my darlings.